Hello adventurers! It's time for us to get back on the road and do something super cool. And because Texas is having a random warm weather day, I thought what better way to do this than to get out and see one of the mini zoos that we have here. Now this zoo has a really cool history and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that in this little series. So let's roll the intro and learn a little bit about Frank Buck Zoo.
The Frank Buck Zoo wasn't always known as such. It started out as the Gainesville Community Circus, which started out at the Cook County Fairgrounds. Later, after a fire destroyed the majority of the area, they changed the name and relocated to Leonard Park, naming it Frank Buck from the Gainesville native. In the 80s, there was a traumatic flood that pretty much ruined the entire area, and one elephant, Gerry the elephant, the namesake of Gerry the awesome elephant, was one of the sole survivors who brought back hope. Oh look, there's me as a kid shortly thereafter.
Okay, we have our wristbands. It's $7 for adults here at the Frank Buck Zoo and $5 for children. Infants are free. So now it's time for us to explore. Let's go. Now being here around lunchtime when it's kind of the warmer part of the day, on a nice day after so many crazy days, a lot of the animals are probably going to be basking and enjoying being outside in their habitat. What would the fox say? We'll never know. It's always a little bit harder to include the birds in these videos because they do have to be in these kind of caged off fences because obviously they can fly. But there's one vulture who's very active and just tried to totally be a part of the video, even though it's hard to see. How long is your wingspan? Are you like a turkey vulture? 6 feet in wingspan. No wonder they look so intimidating when they're on the road. Ooh. For somebody who's supposed to move so slowly, this guy just powered through all of this habitat. Now this right here is an improvement that has been made to the zoo since I was here last. The Otter Enclosure, and I'm so excited because I love the little otters, they're so cute. I keep being told they're not out. We're gonna go see the enclosure anyway and hope that one of them comes out and says hi. Well, sure enough, there are no otters at this moment, but the enclosure is really cool as you can see, and I'm really excited to come back by here and see if they're here later before I leave the zoo. See guys, aren't they cute? This is why we have to come back, for sure. Now with all my videos, I like to always talk to you about the things that I'm learning while I'm at the location. And one of the things I've learned today is that people just don't think that sidewalks are actually where you're supposed to walk. They kind of are walking wherever, and that is a big no-no. So if you come to a place like this, stay on the sidewalks. They're there for a reason, guys. These guys are zebus, which I'm pretty sure was in a VeggieTales song, but I didn't know what they looked like until today. Oh, you're so cute. So you can feed these goats, and we got a little bit of food, and I'm just trying to get to one of the little ones. All the big ones keep taking over. They're really cute though. Well, that was super fun and slimy. I did wash my hands at the wash station for sure after that one. Now we're on to see what's next in this zoo and what kind of critters we can find. Onward! We might have missed part of the fun things that we came here to see with the otters, but we always enjoy the prairie dogs. The prairie dogs are so animated, so fun, and I see them right here. Now this habitat that we're walking past now actually is the home to several different kinds of animals. And because it is a nice day, they're all basking in the sun. So we're gonna look for them, but we already found some lemurs. They were kind of hiding out behind, so it's kind of hard to see. But there's also supposed to be a gibbon, so let's see. Do we see a gibbon? No, but he's probably inside this building. Oh well, we're now moving into the larger area where we're going to see the giraffes and some of the zebras and some of the other cool stuff. And as you can see, this area is vast. We're walking right now on this boardwalk, which is a newer portion of the park. All of the different planks have different people's names who have contributed to the park, and I think that's A1. So I'll show you a few of those as we kind of walk and see if we can't find something like an ostrich. So as you can see, these boardwalks are vast. There's tons of viewpoints and so many cool animals to check out here. And yeah, all in all, not too bad. Definitely gonna have to get closer to those. That was cool. Yeah. So that was epic. They're so cool and just what I needed on this beautiful day, even though it's kind of windy. Shh, be very quiet. The roos are sleeping. That was cool because although the animals here are of course fine, they do want to show support for those who were harmed in Australia. So they have set up a donation box with the donations going to helping animals in Australia. guys are pretty cute. They remind me of a kangaroo, kind of, a rabbit a little bit. I mean, they sit here and dig around like my little schnauzer. They're probably not related to any of those, but that's what I think. This right here is the man who made it all possible and has allowed all of us to enjoy ourselves since the 50s. Okay, since we've gone around the entire zoo now, we're gonna try to go back and see if the otters are there. We don't know if they are, but let's find out. The otters weren't there, but we got to see the bear at least, so that's kind of cool. And now we're back at the beginning where this is the visitor center, and this look familiar? Now, in the most clever of all marketing tools, we must exit through the gift shop. They want you to buy something, guys. This is how they make it. If only they had a bunny. One of these would for sure be going home with me because they're 20% off. Like, why don't they have a bunny? Inside, there's one more exhibit, and I would have known that had we have not come through the gift shop. It's the amphibians and reptiles, but there aren't any snakes, so we can totally look at this. Normally, this is where I would just be like, run, 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 but no. Let's see what we have. Thanks again, everybody, for coming with me to the Frank Buck Zoo. I hope that on the beautiful days in your backyard, you get out and have a good time. You don't always have to go on a super long adventure to have fun. You can just get out and explore something locally, from a zoo to a hiking trail. I challenge you to just to do something. So again, Frank Buck Zoo, great day. I hope you had a good time with us, and I'll see you next time.